Hi, welcome to Archiversity online classes. In this lecture, I am going to explain you how to calculate duration of a semi-annual coupon bond using Macaulay's duration approach. The calculation of a duration using Macaulay's duration of a semi-annual coupon bond is slightly different from calculating the same of an annual coupon bond. In case of a semi-annual coupon bond, the coupons are paid twice in a year. So you have to make an adjustment to the coupon rate and you need to calculate the coupon amount for half year, and the yield to maturity, that is your discounting rate, also need to be adjusted for a half year or a semi-annual. Now I show you how to calculate that. So here is an example. To calculate a Macaulay's duration, we use equation. So here T of I is time, that is in years. Then PV of I is present value of cash flows. So when we say the cash flows, it includes coupon plus par value at the end of the duration. Then P is price of the bond. So this is a semi-annual coupon bond. Now here this is a 2-year coupon bond and par value is $1,000. Coupon rate 6% per annum, and yield to maturity or annual interest rate is 5% per annum. So first we calculate the coupon amount. Coupon amount, this equals to face value or a par value times coupon rate upon payments. That is this is semi-annual, so you have two payments. Now this equals to $1,000 times 0.06 upon 2. So this gives you $30. So the coupon amount is $30 and annual yield to maturity is 5%. So your discounted yield to maturity will be 0.05 upon 2. So this equals to 0.025 is a yield to maturity that you need to consider to calculate the duration. So as this is a semi-annual coupon bond, the numbers of payments will be 1, 2, 3, 4 payments, and the time period, first payment will occur in the half year, so 0.5. Second payment will occur in the first year, that is the end of the first year. Third is 1.5 and fourth is 2. So in the first time period, the coupon amount or cash flows that you receive is $30, and at the end of the second year you will receive the principal amount of 1,000 plus 30 coupon. So this is $1,030. Now we calculate the present value of these cash flows. So to get a present value of a cash flows, present value is cash flow upon 1 plus K upon 2 raised to the power of n into t. That is, here in this case your cash flow is 30 at each time period and your discount rate is, or yield to maturity is 1.025, and this raised to the power of time period. So we will calculate the values here first. For the first time period, that is 30 upon 1.025 raised to the power of 1. And for the second time period, there is a 30 upon 1.025 raised to the power of 2. And third is 30 upon 1.025 raised to the power of 3. And finally, the fourth one is 1030 upon 1.025 raised to the power of 4. So these are your cash flows, that is 29.27, 28.55, 27.86 and 933.13. So once you sum this, you will get the price of the bond. 29.27 plus 28.55 plus 27.86 plus 933.13. So 1018 is the price of this bond. 018.81 is the price of this bond. Then we calculate the weights. So weight of I, this equals to present value of cash flow upon price. That is, weight equals to present value of cash flow upon price of the bond. So for the first one, the weight will be 29.27 upon 1018.81. For the second one, 28.55 upon 1018.81. And for third, 27.86 upon 1018.81. And finally, the last payment is 933.13 upon 1018.81. So these are the weights. It is 0.029, 0.028, 0.027 and 0.916, which indicates that during the first time period, that is the first half year, you will receive 2.9% of the total bond value. In the second time period, that is end of the year, you will receive 2.8% of the bond value. So major amount you receive in the fourth time period, that is 91.6% you receive in the end of the second year. Now we'll calculate the T of I times weight of I to get our duration. So summation of this will give you the duration. So here T of I is time period, that is 0.5, 1, 1.5. So this time period times weight of I. Now we'll do the calculation here. 0.5 times 0.029, then 1 times 0.028, then 1.5 times 0.027, then 2 times 0.916, 1.832. So this is 0.0145 and 0.028, then 0.0405, then 1.832. So when you sum all this, you will get the duration. So your duration equals to 0.0145 plus 0.028 plus 0.0405 plus 1.832. 1.915 is the duration of this bond. So what is this 1.915 years indicate is the holder of this bond need to hold the bond for a minimum of 1.95 years to recover the principal, that is the par value, as well as the coupon amounts of the bond. So this bond takes a long duration. One reason for this long duration is because of low coupon rate. So the bonds with a low coupon rate will have a longer duration, and bonds with a higher coupon rate will have a shorter duration. Thank you.